the damn thing. I did it for pride.
I ate 10 feet. I ate 10 foot of poop. That's what they're gonna
That is
say.
a lot of poop, but I bet I could eat more.
But I think if you're eating poop, you have to measure it by weight. You can't measure it by length because
that's fair.
Because if you're going to go for the world's longest poop, I think that can be girth is irrelevant at that point. You're going for the longest.
We haven't even mentioned time. I understand you have to weigh the poop, but in order to be able to do that, it has to be in a certain period of time where you can be cut open and take the poop out of you.
It's a non-connected. It's all connected. Like
so, you say it's a race as well. There's a time.
I think not a race. I'm saying that there's probably like if your poop doesn't disconnect while you're doing it, then you're still.
That's just longest.
Then all of a sudden it's no longer the longest.
Wait. So what I think what we're getting at here is that you have to, while shitting continuously, nonstop. You can't pinch it off. You have to eat it. Just feeding it into your mouth little by little.
Well, I don't.
Well, that's how you get the most mass in the quickest amount of time. You're breaking two records at once. As soon as you pinch, you've lost a record. Like that's your cutoff time for the length, right? So you have to eat all of that shit to make sure that you get within the parameters of the weight to body ratio record.
Reese, what you don't understand about weighing the shit that makes this all very simple is that you're standing on a scale while you're doing it. So it's one of those mysteries of nature how the mass can increase, just like as you eat that shit. You poop out so much shit that you actually gain weight, adding mass to the weight that you had.
This should weigh you before and after when you eat the shit.
The shit is so nutritious that you're gaining weight, but you're actually burning calories at the same time. So you're gaining straight muscle mass from the shit, and it's really a beautiful cycle.
Well, at this point, I'm just wondering how many records we're actually breaking here.
When I lift weights, I'm always talking about how toilets are stealing my gains, so I can.
Greasy, who's your favorite MMA fighter?
It might be Patty Pimbleton right now.
I don't know who that is, but you put Tom Pearl up against Patty fucking Pimpledick. And Tom Pearl is going to shove a turd in that motherfucker's mouth and then eat another turd and power up, Hulk up, right? And then he's going to just drop a leg on him in an MMA fight. In an actual, allegedly not worked fight, he's gonna just leg drop him and beat him. It's going to be real. It's a shoot, brother. Like, it's real.
I see.
70-year-old Hulk Hogan can eat shit.
Leg drop wrestling terms?
If you eat nothing but protein powder and steroids, what do you think that shit is, dude?
It's gonna be clay. It's gonna be clay.
Is there mass to that shit? Because I've had some very non-mass having shits. I've had some very empty shit, if you will.
Eating protein powder makes your poops bigger and healthier. And
does it really? I feel like that's wrong.
It's not wrong.
Speaking of shit, so speaking of Germans, I just got fucking Angela Merkel mentioned in my fucking Duolingos.
Angela Merkel?
Angela Merkel, yeah.
No, so she's trying to lock unvaccinated people away, right? Like she's trying to put them into a
I heard they were trying to put them in they were trying to
undesirables.
They were trying to put them in a place that is quarantined.
I just had a worse one. Bergman, kommen Sie aus Schweden? Bergman. Love it. It's great.
Okay, Matt, goddamn with your obscurities. Your obscurities are irrelevant. You went off on Angela Merkel. I know she's fucking locking people up in their houses for not getting the jab. So what'd she do otherwise?
That's so me.
No, I haven't got. My whole family has it, and I just won't get it because I won't get anything that
just not gay.
Major institutions keep telling me to get. You're gonna tell me the government, the pharmaceutical industry, and the media keeps telling me to get something that's good for me? I'm not buying that. I'll take it eventually.
The government,
the vaccine one day, but not anytime while they're telling me to.
My entire life, dude. The government has been telling me, they've been telling me what I can and can't put into my fucking body. And they think now they're going to tell me what I have to put in my body. I'm going to listen to them. I haven't been listening to them this entire time, dude. I haven't been listening to a word of it.
I'll get it when I'm ready. It's not that I don't believe that it's real or that I think it's hurting people. I don't trust any of the makers of it, but I don't trust any of the makers. The fucking Coca-Cola has death squads in South America. I don't trust them either. Yeah. I drink a Coke all the time. I don't really fucking care as far as that goes. I refuse to.
Bro, you smoke tobacco though, dude.
Well, I'm not getting that damn vaccine. I don't care how much time fucking passes. I ain't getting that fucking thing.
Nicotine.
I ain't getting that fucking thing. I can assure you that. They will kill me first.
Angela Merkel can go suck 50 cocks. I mean, I wouldn't want my cock anywhere near her cooch, but she could suck it, I guess. My wife's not around. Angela Merkel could suck my dick. I don't care.
Big mom vibes from that one.
She's got. What's crazy is they're the conservative party, and I am not on politics, but it's just so funny that like Angela Merkel's the conservative party, and
it's even worse. No, she's the conservative Christian party.
Well, aren't we all Christian? You know, I was baptized in the name of the Lord. I guess I'm a Christian. Fuck it.
Yeah, I hear you.
I believe in science.
Well, I know, but like what I'm saying is like she represents the fucking Christianity sect of fucking Germany.
So check it out, bro. Nobody who says they represent anything actually represents anything. Like they can say they represent something, and they represent nothing but their own interests. Everybody represents.
And it's even worse than that. It's even worse than that is that everything they say they represent actually means something else. Like somebody who is actually benefiting and has stake in the fucking operations, like hearing something totally fucking different than what we're hearing.
Is it beneficiary or benefactor? I forget which one's which.
I have no idea.
Yeah, there's somebody gaining from the whole process of anything, and like it's irrelevant. Like it's all Germans. Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them. It's not happening here. What's old man Biden gonna do? Send his woman after us?
So let's talk about fucking Megafauna instead of this fucking shit.
Fuck yeah.
Matt was talking about bringing back the woolly mammoth. I hear Matt's gonna single-handedly bring back the woolly mammoth.
It's true. Well, Matt's DNA is 37% woolly mammoth, so he has the capabilities.
I mean, you guys seen my beard at the fucking gathering. That's good shit.
You guys think that Tasmanian tiger's still out there? Is that just a fucking pipe dream? Let's talk about this.
I do. Goddamn. Wait, that one that I saw the other day? That was a real man.
Has there been any recent sightings we can watch?
Dude, there's always fucking sightings. I do have a recent sighting. There was one asshole recently. We covered this back when it was recent news that like he fucking announced that he had proof that Tasmanian tigers were still alive and he had them on video. He's like, we did it, folks. We got the tiger. And like fucking shit, dude. I was all into it when he was doing it. I didn't quite believe him, but I was very interested in the news, and he went on some radio station and he pulled out the pictures, and it was fucking so not a Tasmanian tiger. It was just disgusting. But then it's like a few months later, and I see that there's some fucking Vice documentary about people who are hunting the Tasmanian tiger, and this guy was he was the central point of this documentary.
He's the guy. He's the fucking Tasmanian tiger guy.
It was this plot. It was this plot about him getting this image that was central to the entire documentary. So the thing is, though, is that this guy knew he was being filmed for a Vice documentary, and he basically fabricated this bullshit just because. I bet somewhere deep down he believed like this will be the time. This is when we will prove that the Tassie tiger is still alive. When I've got the cameras, I've got voice here. And like he really believed he would do it, so he tricked himself into actually thinking that whatever that marsupial was on that fucking picture was actually a Tasmanian tiger. But it was just the biggest letdown. It feels like the biggest fucking fraud ever, and that's generally how I feel with these things. And that said,
Tasmanian tigers are dead. We killed them as humans. We killed them. Can we ever? I mean, not now, but can we ever go over the fact that we have one marsupial here on our continent, and it is the fucking possum, which is super cool.
It is a very cool animal. I'm a big fan of its work.
when I was a child, we had a wood-burning stove hole in our home because we were renting a very poor home. And baby possum one time came through, and my dad, as a Kentucky boy, or I'm sorry, Tennessee boy, holy shit, I just fucked up my own lineage. I'm a terrible human being. But threw this possum by the tail into my backyard when I was a young boy. And he said, "It'll live."
Yeah, they will. They will. Dude,
they do live.
Are some of the hardiest animals.
I've seen them get fucking plowed over by fucking
cars. That has
and
actually affected my entire life. I didn't know how cool possums were at the time, but my whole life, that it will live after being thrown by the tail into a fence, I was like, okay, like, you know, like as a man who went through Vietnam, he will tell me what will live and what will I
They used to do that to the Viet Cong. They would just throw rabid fucking possums.
You throw them at the fucking fence, bro, by the tail.
I got one story.
People have tails.
I got one story about possums that I'm going to tell this one time, and I'm never going to repeat it ever again because it involves bad things. But
okay,
back like 2013, I want to say it was. My mom was like scared of possums. She's still scared of possums. She's like completely afraid of fucking rodents, and I know possums are not rodents. I know, whatever. But she ended up taking a fucking revolver that my grandma gave her and just started shooting at a fucking possum. No, she got 5 shots into it, and the thing just fucking rolled out. It was just gone.
Roll out.
Country boy will survive, bro. Country boys will survive.
And that was actually something, Yakov, this actually pertains to what we were talking about before in the Mega Streamcast. Like, possums are one of the best examples for evolution.
Possums are fucking badass. They don't get Lyme disease. They don't get fucking rabies.
Go on, Matt. I want to hear more about this.
Okay, so considering that North America and Australia are the only 2 continents that have marsupials, and possums being our only native marsupial.
Hell yeah.
Native? All of those things, yeah. No, they're native. Yeah, they've been here for...
They say their ancestors migrated from South America.
So that literally gives credence. Oh, okay, yeah, South America with the fucking what was the thing in South America? No, there wasn't any South American marsupials. What are you talking about?
No. What I've read is that they came across with migrants from Australia and the Southeast Asia. Is what I've read. I don't know.
This is another mystery of evolution. This is where the holes in the evolutionary theory come in. Is that there's so much shit like this.
Where the fuck does marsupials come from here if we can't figure out where they diverged from here? Well, we figured out horses allegedly.
The idea, though, is, and I mean, this is the common theory, is that marsupials were far more plentiful at a certain point, and they were in South America, and then that they came up through into North America.
I've literally never heard that. I've always thought that marsupials were independent to fucking Australia.
It's a mystery, bro. I'll give you that. I don't know.
Well, it's interesting. I was thinking about this.
Possums are endemic to the Americas. They're not native.
I don't know what any of these fucking specific terminologies mean at fucking all. Let's go to this. Let's go to this video of this fucking Tassie tiger.
Please,
eventually.
let me finish one thing.
We'll fucking get to when Matt fucking finishes his goddamn story. It takes 3 months to tell. Go on.
Okay, okay.
God damn it.
Okay, no, we're going to the fucking video.
I thought it was really interesting. You know how the platypus
still
lays eggs.
Fuck you, Matt. You fucking cut out for the last time on me. We're watching.
God damn it.
Video.
I like this video.
Last week, when I was filming the sunrise, let's fucking mute this. There's no reason for fucking music for this. I captured something bounding across the field. You see that thing in the distance? Are we watching it? I have it pulled up, right?
If it's not a dog, what the fuck is it?
Looking at that, yeah, it's not a dog, it's not a dingo. Could it be the last remnant of the Tasmanian tiger?
It's... Can I just say my opinion immediately?
Yeah,
I didn't watch it this in depth the first time we watched this. That does not have the facial structure of a Tasmanian tiger, nor the stoutness, because Tasmanian tigers have short little stubby legs,
and their body's longer
compared to their body. I don't know if they actually have short little stubby legs, but definitely compared to their bodies, They have short.
They got like fox length legs, but like the body's not long enough.
Yeah, they have fox length legs with dog length proportion, like a regular dog, not like fucking poodles or anything. Or
the only thing, in my opinion, this correlates like well with is the fact that how dogs mostly have the higher shoulders rather than the hindquarters.
That's a dog of some kind.
Here's the thing. What I look at when I see
Jumping
this,
around,
I feel like
I
can't make any assumptions based on the shape of it. There's just not enough. All you get is
There's
this big
limp.
silhouette. Now, that's what I'm coming to, is that what this looks like to me, and it looks like it has the gait of the thylacine, is like why this video is so popular, because they say it has more of a hopping gait akin to other marsupials. I'm not even sure what that means. Like, we don't have any examples of that to look at now, I don't think. But what they see is a slightly hopping gait, something that's weird for a dog. What I have seen before in other videos is that there will be a wounded paw, and they're only using 3 paws, and it gives them a gait very, very similar to that. Now, so what is it? Like, it definitely has a weird shape. It's awfully, like, pointy looking, I want to say.
The issue with it is its tail does not look like a regular, from what I know of, a dog's tail. From an American's perspective, that does not look like a dog's tail or a wolf's tail or a coyote's tail.
Yeah. Greasy, you got anything for this?
No, I'm good. Now, let me look at it. I'm sorry. I was trying to pull it up.
I've never seen a fox in real life, so I can't compare a fox. It looks kind of like a marsupial.
I've seen foxes. I've seen many foxes living around me. I saw a fox dead on the side of the road today. It was very sad. This is most likely a mangy fox. The hairs in the tail is gone.
Where is it posted? I'm sorry.
I was looking at Discord, bro. I'm streaming.
And I remember initially when we first watched this saying like it looks bigger than a fox, but you made a good statement that there's no real sense of scale except that bird. Now that I see it, but that bird is still.
You don't know where that is. You don't know
exactly. Just like those posts, there's no real perspective of where those are from this creature. So it almost looks like those posts are pretty far from the creature. But I still don't. It just doesn't look like a fox to me. From what I've never seen a fox in real life, and you have more experience with foxes than I do.
I've seen a lot of foxes.
So, but that just doesn't. From the footage I've seen of foxes, that doesn't.
Where is it?
Discord, dude. I'm streaming in the Discord like I always do.
It's streaming in the
regular ass call.
You just join stream, bro.
It's there, right? It's absolutely there.
It's there. I see it. There's a miscellaneous creature that may or may not be a dog or large marsupial going across a plane.
It's not on your feed. Is it in Bar and Grill and Tape Eaters?
No, it's in the fucking call, bro.
You got it? You're okay?
I'm looking at you. I'm okay.
Left. All right, so this is this looks to me like a fucking coyote more than a fox, but I live in Florida. I don't even know if we have foxes here. Like, I have never heard of a fox.
I'll cut the stream for you guys and bring it back up, and hopefully it'll fix it.
Well, I have no problem with it. I think Greasy is just drunk or something.
I don't know. Why is everybody fucking on suddenly? What the fuck is everybody?
I don't know what's going on, bro. It's fucked. Greasy, can you see it now?
Are we good?
No, see, yeah, I'm good. I'm literally. I know what.
All right, I don't know what to tell you anymore, dude. I don't know what to tell you. It's there.
It's
I
okay.
Just put it down and brought it back up. I don't know what to say.
We see it. Let's show Greasy this because I don't think he was here the other day. He doesn't have any biases.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Let's fucking go on.
I'm looking at.
I don't know what to tell you. I got nothing else for you.
Where am I supposed to see it?
It's in the call. It's in the call like I always do. I've done this for years. I don't know, man. I got nothing else to say.
Well, dude,
God damn it.
I see it.
All right.
Oh my God.
I was looking at you and I was like, okay, there's nothing you're streaming. I'm looking at it.
I don't care anymore.
No. That looks like a. That looks like, I don't know, it's not a cat, it's not a dog.
No, Yakov, make it walk.
It looks...
Make it walk.
Okay, there we go.
Give it locomotion.
That looks like a raccoon.
I thought it was a coyote.
No, it's got
waves.
waves.
Is a raccoon, but it's
I disagree.
That's like a... I would say that's more like a something that like Looks like something that like an anteater, but not exactly an anteater.
No, God damn
it. The way it moves.
we can just settle on anteater at this point. That's pretty funny.
It's an aardvark.
Look at look at the nose on it.
I'm going with mangy fox. I think the lack of hair is making it look pointier.
This is obviously Jared Kushner going across a plane in his spare time.
My assumption for the way it moves, I've seen many videos, is that it's got a busted paw.
No, it's definitely some sort of large creature with a busted paw.
It's going like two movement.
I don't think it's a marsupial. I don't think it's a marsupial at all.
It's not.
We've debunked this thoroughly. Now that everybody is on the same page, I think we've
my bad.
I think it is a dog. They say it's not a dog and it's not a fox. I think it is some form of canine. It's not a dingo. It is a canine.
Its tail is too small for a fox.
That's what I said. The tail almost looks like a marsupial's tail. Is the one issue with the whole thing, but that could be like a fucking feral dog. Like if you've ever in my state, in my area, dogs always get fleas, and like particular dogs are allergic to fleas by genetics.
That kind of looks like a dog right there.
I think that might be
why is the tail
so
fucked up?
Like I think that is a mangy coyote more than a fox. I don't
know if there are coyotes. I don't know, but I don't know that there are coyotes.
That's not a mangy coyote.
That is a coyote of some kind.
No.
Coyotes are just a divergence of wolf. So, like, whatever this area
that's
is
not a
divergence
coyote.
of wolf.
If it was a coyote, it would have a fat tail that hung directly downwards. That was like.
Why would it be downwards? I've never seen a coyote with a downwards tail.
You just said you've never seen a coyote.
I never said I've never seen a coyote. I have coyotes all over the place. I've seen coyotes.
That's not.
I've never seen them with a directly downwards tail.
That might be like
I have.
There might be a little like piglet of some kind. I don't know, dude.
I could see that in a way, but at the same time, when it moves, it doesn't have the proportions of a hog.
That's a fox. That's a fox.
You really think that? I've never seen a fox, so I'm gonna go with you guys because I don't have this expertise.
Well, it's too thick, but.
It looks too thick
I have no proportion to it. Honestly,
yeah, there's no scale. Like Yakov said, there's no fucking scale except for these posts that are out of perspective.
I think it's screaming mangy fox to me. I'm surprised that there's still an argument here. It's screaming mangy fox.
I'm just saying a different type of fox. I'm just saying a different type of canine because I don't have experience with foxes. But if you guys say it's a fox, you guys know it's
like a fox.
Foxes,
it hops like a fox.
I'm gonna go with fox. It is a mangy canine.
If you could proportion it, it's probably a fox, honestly.
Because the way the camera is pointed, the camera almost seems like it's at the ground. So that would make sense that it's a fox and it looks bigger.
Well, you got a fence post of some kind to left, or that could be a tower. I don't know.
It depends on where the lens is, bro. Like exactly. Like so, I believe because if you go out to where it's zoomed out. The lens is actually in the fucking grass.
Move, though.
Well,
foxes don't.
So that could make sense. I think
foxes don't move like dogs, and
I get you.
They do hobble. They do kind of
hobble.
No,
this thing's
Matt, you're barely fucking audible. You guys are fucked tonight.
I'm sorry. I thought I was watching your stream.
No,
Matt.
Okay, Matt, you've been fucking barely audible for like 3 days. You gotta fix your shit or buy a new mic.
Well,
I have a mic
now. Do I sound good now?
No, you sound like absolute trash. God damn it, guys! You're fucking my shit up so hard. Let's move on to the next fucking video. Holy fuck!
That was a mangy fox. The fox people know. I don't know. That was a mangy fox, from what I can gather.
I was gonna say.
For me, dude, literally, I was like looking at your stream and I was like, what am I missing here? But I didn't
the reason that I think that it's a mangy fox is because the original video was from a ground perspective, right? So that would make that post in the background look bigger than it appears.
They are zoomed in. I can tell they're zoomed in.
No, they're zoomed in now, but they showed an original shot and it looked like it was in grass.
Fair enough.
It's great.
So it makes sense that it's a fox that is from ground. That it's in a ground perspective.
That's a big fox. I don't know.
I was going to agree with you because
I think it's a fox. I think you're right. I think it's a close fox, way closer than those fence posts.
Right, shut up! Let me actually say something, motherfucker. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm sorry.
Matt, we can barely hear you, bro.
Shit is God damn you guys. All three.
I'm good, dude. My bad.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Let's fucking stop talking to this gay ass fox.
Let's move on.
It's a
fucking fox.
Fucking yeah. Let's talk about the Atlas bear. The Atlas bear is a creature. It is a bear, obviously, from Africa. It is now extinct. I think they say that it went extinct in like Roman times. Yeah, it says the decline of the Atlas bear can be partly attributed to the Roman Empire. So they hunted and captured these bears like crazy, used them for sport.
For their suits.
They probably ate a lot of Christians, if I had to guess. Probably, yeah. But bears have basically been outcompeted in Africa by canines, by cats, and by hyenas as well, which are neither canine nor cat, something in the middle. But I have this video of an alleged Atlas bear sighting, and we can check that out. See if this one's legit.
So what makes the Atlas bear unique?
Is this even the right one?
It's the only bear
I don't think this is
that
it.
lives
This
on
is
the
the wrong
continent
one.
of
There it
Africa.
is.
There it is.
Yeah, it's
Look at that guy. What do you guys think that is?
So Matt's saying it's the only bear that lives on the continent of Africa.
It's a bear.
It was.
It's a
It's
bear.
allegedly extinct.
So someone said that this had too pointy of ears to be a bear.
That's what
However,
I'm thinking.
Was that you? That might have been you.
Look
that might
how
have been you
dynamic
saying
its
that.
ears are. Look
I was
how
just
dynamic.
listening at work. You guys
That
were
could be a
watching
big
videos,
dog.
and I was listening at work. So
I've actually completely changed my opinion on this. I think it is actually a dog of some
that
It
does
looks like a
kind of.
giant dog.
Wait, can
yeah.
you run it? Is this on loop or can you run
Yeah,
it back?
yeah, it's
I just
it's
saw
moving.
We'll see
okay.
if it moves. We'll see if it moves.
that is a dog. Holy shit!
It's
I thought it was
huge.
a bear.
Whatever it
That
is
is-
fucking huge.
A fucking bear dog.
And
Yeah,
it's
some
crazy.
But
You
the
sort
can,
of,
fur-
Iberian dog.
The
can
fur
see
on
the-
it is weird, but
I think
it
I
looks
think
like
that
a
is a
dog.
divergent wolf. That
you
is
can
some
see
sort of
the fucking
half-domesticated
skull
wolf.
structure on this fucking thing. Look
its
at the brow
ears
on this.
articulate like a dog.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
The body structure more than the skull. The skull structure looks like a dog. The body, it's the neck. They got Brock. It's a Brock Lesnar dog. That dog is just Brock Lesnar's soul.
This is
in a
from
dog.
Algeria, by the way. Algeria.
It's African. This is an African
I
dog.
guarantee you
Is
that once it
so
moves
basically-
from
Well,
that
that
position,
changes things because African dogs are not the same as our dogs.
once it
Go on,
moves
Greasy.
from that position, I bet once it moves from that position, like makes like some kind of animal-like movement,
Yeah.
you'll know exactly what kind of animal it is.
You get a sense of how the feet are planted.
Oh, dude,
and
that
all of
last little frame where it's like,
Yeah.
hello, like looking
That-
with its ears perked. It looks
That's
like
an
a dog.
African dog with a lot of hair.
It's not
Because-
African.
Watch it. Watch
So
it.
what I
Watch it right
figured
here.
out, it's some kind of Iberian mountain dog. I just haven't tracked it down yet because I've been looking at lots of
Iberian? That is
You're
not
placing it on a
that is-
different continent now. Here's my thing. I think
Am
it's
I wrong?
probably a maned coyote. Or not coyote, hyena. I'm thinking coyotes.
That
are the
would be
last
a hyena
fucking-
diverted. That is
Maned
not a straight
hyena.
hyena,
That's
bro.
a fat
It's
hyena.
not-
Is there a species of hyena called the maned hyena? Is that
Yes,
a thing?
look it up because it and now look how
I'll
shitty
look.
this video quality is. When you look up the maned hyena, it looks more massive than it is because it has these hairs sticking up in the back of its neck, which might account for the very, very large neck. In
I don't know,
this
there's
shitty
no-
quality video.
The shitty quality video, but like you'd still be able to see
That's fine.
stripes, right? And
Yeah,
like
I
hyenas
do
had
see
a-
stripes. I do see stripes on the side.
I don't really see stripes. I see fucked up video quality, but I can see how that could be interpreted as stripes.
Okay,
The-
it doesn't
there's-
have. It
Those
doesn't
black
have,
markings are always there.
The
It doesn't
thing
have
that could
same
get it
skeletal
is
structure
all the
of a
pictures-
hyena though. That's the problem.
no,
Yeah, I
but
don't.
it's not shaped like a hyena. However, the argument here, right? Like this could be a African half domestic, like zooed hyena that was then like got out into the wild because we have. Here in Florida, we have a particular amusement park that has Florida panthers, but they're fucking fat. Like their flaps are too flappy, and they try to excuse that away. And I can see that, like looking at these hyenas, and like seeing how shitty this quality is with those weird pixelations. That those like what Yakov sees as stripes, I see it as pixelations, but I could see that being stripes with a better quality video.
Well, the thing about the main
is not an
hyena is
African dog.
their legs in front are longer than their legs in back. They have they have the
They almost look like horses.
They have the
But-
Alsatian. They have the Alsatian like hip display or
See,
just
I
think
buy
this is
that.
a divergent species of some kind. Like I think this is some canid that is not quite like known very well, but it has to be documented. I would assume.
I buy that it's not. Its posture isn't what you'd expect from a hyena, but I also think that this is probably an animal that was crouching and kind of creeping.
Right.
This
it is like facing down.
And you're absolutely right when you say as soon as it moves, you would have a better idea of it. It might be a dog. Something seems very off as a dog. It seems very.
It's not a wild. It's not like a dog. Like it's not like a canine. It's a canid. It's like a wolf variant. Because African dogs are not nearly even close to our dogs. You know, like African wild dogs. I don't know about African domesticated dogs, but African wild dogs, like when you think of the African subspecies of dogs, they're not the same as our canines.
This is literally a mountain dog. This is somebody's fucking mountain dog. Probably like from the like.
It looks like a wolf divergent. It doesn't look like a hyena to me. It doesn't have the body structure of a hyena.
I could see like a wolf divergent or a hyena divergent at all. Like it's.
Well, how would it be a dog if it's not a wolf divergent? What do you mean?
Because it has a different fucking
snout. Is very short.
No, but a dog is literally a wolf divergent.
That partially true, but it's not the same thing. Herding dogs are not the same as like wolves. They're very far removed, and this is definitely a herding species.
So, are you saying that a wolf is very far removed from a husky?
Yes.
How far?
Probably a dozen generations or more. Like at
dozen
least.
generations.
Well, that's not what I mean. Genetically, how far? Generations don't matter when it comes to genetics. You can fucking. You can have inbreeding for years, and the genetics will stay the same.
As far removed as somebody from England from somebody from Africa. Same species, different type.
But you can say that about Chihuahuas.
Now, my whole thing here is that when I look at this fucking maned hyena, I see those ears. And this looks bulkier, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't think it's a maned hyena. I think it is some form of African dog. I think it is definitely a canid.
There's no breed of fucking dog in Africa that has long, shaggy coats.
I would say that it's
dog.
That coat doesn't.
Well, I know,
match,
but it doesn't exist. They have no need for it.
Look at that head, though. Look how bushy that head is.
I was gonna say the neck length and like the thickness of the leg.
This is a mountain dog that's made to breed.
I don't think it's a hyena, though. I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's honestly. A species of mountain or a breed of mountain dog that's made to live in like very cold conditions. Somebody took it to fucking.
No, but that would make sense. Like a breed of African dog is what I would think. Like it's an African dog that's bred for something else. That's not a regular dog.
You're gonna give me a fucking aneurysm.
You think this is a regular dog? You think this is the same? You think this is the same species as a fucking a Chihuahua or a pit bull?
This creature is not native to the African fucking continent. That's what I'm saying.
I thought it was in Africa. I thought it was in Algeria.
This is Africa. It doesn't have to be from Africa.
Algeria is in Africa, dude.
I know.
Now, Professor J is in the chat kind of agreeing with Matt that they share some fauna with the Iberian coast. And this and that, and might be true. I don't know. I don't think it's a bear. I think it's a hyena, but nobody agrees with me, and that's fine.
I think it's an African dog that's just been bred with longer fur.
All right.
Maybe a hybrid of a hyena and some kind of.
Because its stance is not that of even a crouched hyena, and I don't see the stripes or the back ridge. The back ridge is very indicative of a hyena or like any sort of African Catahoula's. Fucking any African dog that you know of has a ridge. It's in Algeria. What the fuck do you mean? Algeria is Africa.
Fucking Algeria,
Senor, you are fucking not understanding Matt's point. I don't often defend Matt. You were fucking totally misunderstanding Matt's point.
Hey, senor, you want me to go
dragging us
fucking
way
video
deep
in
in the weeds
Algeria?
over it.
God damn!
Let's not do this.
It's an Iberian dog. That's all it is.
It's an Iberian ass motherfucker, dog. Shit.
It's a dog that's bred to like herd animals in mountainous areas where it's cold. Algeria does not do that same thing.
I'm an expert of the Iberian people, and I have to say that this looks like
Absolutely not. An Iberian dog looks like a fucking Dalshin hound. Are you kidding me? An Iberian dog looks like a fucking greyhound.
Alright, can we move on?
Yeah, I would love to move on from this fucking
nothing
shit,
like
actually.
this.
If it's a dog, it's
okay.
very mongolized.
So we can go from fucking animals that none of us agree on to an animal that we all agree exists in Bigfoot.
But I was right.
I got this fucking...
Absolutely
I got an article from the newspaper in 1975 reporting sightings of a Sasquatch-like creature. So huge creature roams reservation. Police Sergeant Ken Cooper of the Lumi Indian Reservation said he sighted a giant hairy creature which had ripped a storm door from its hinges. Cooper said Thursday he saw the creature, called Sasquatch by others who have seen it in the past, from a distance of about 35 feet on October 23rd. He said it was about 7.5 feet tall. The sergeant, a Lumi, who has been on the reservation police force for 10 years, said he had delayed reporting the sighting because it might not be believed until the news leaked out. Cooper said he was called to a home the night of October 23rd. He made an investigation, saw no animal, but found a plastic storm door torn and its frame splintered. He also found 2 boards ripped from a fish smokehouse behind the residence. A few hours later, he said, his cousin Marvin Cooper reported the creature was back near the same residence. Cooper, his cousin, and his wife drove to the residence and turned the patrol car spotlight on a huge hairy creature standing in the brush. It appeared to have no neck, just a head and its shoulders, very big and muscular, with blackish-colored hair. Very short, he said. We couldn't get a really good look because of all the distance from the car spotlight, but we could see the face had a leathery, wrinkled look, like a woman's black purse. It had steam coming off of its body, as if it had been wet and warm. He said he didn't try... He was blowing into the fucking microphone. He said he didn't try to take the creature because... Take the creature? Weird. Because he realized the only way he could have taken it would have been to kill it. Cooper said huge tracks found on the reservation indicated 3 creatures of different size may have been roaming the area. Now, it's a fairly standard sighting. The creature having no neck is very common in these reports, having so much fucking muscle that it can't even turn its neck. It has to turn its whole body to look behind it. One thing that's very odd is that they said it was short. But
I
then
can relate.
That starts to make more sense.
I got a question though. Like, if these animals are so damn muscular, how are they getting these gains? Is it just genetic predisposition?
Or dude, a cow is muscular as fuck and it eats
HGH, bro. HGH.
Like,
that's how you get big.
That's not the point, though. I mean, that's not.
You're telling me that we should hire all the Bigfoots for professional sports.
Yeah, well, sports entertainment.
Okay, sports entertainment. That's even better.
Bigfoots have genetics. We should steal Bigfoot genetics.
They say they're doing that.
There's a new guy on town.
They would say that the Bigfoot are stealing human women so that they can mate with them, so that they can get the best.
You have to create the master race, bro. How else do you do it?
Dude,
that was Stalin's idea too.
I see what they're doing, dude. They're trying to steal our women so they can infiltrate our culture and subvert us.
Yeah. Stalin knew what was going on.
He did. He's a great man.
The Bigfoot question. Here we got the Bigfoot question now.
The question never ends. So yeah, what I'm saying here is that like it had no neck, which is interesting that it was also short. But then it goes on to say that there were 3 creatures of different size that may have been roaming the area. Yeah, so it implies a family. And I think also what it implies is that most of the sightings of Bigfoot are of juveniles who aren't like wise enough to avoid people yet or are still curious.
Oh, yeah.
You think the female and male are like different sizes, and then they had a...
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's only a safe assumption that there's sexual dimorphism happening here because there isn't like all other primate species, as far as I know.
You think
knockers, dude.
You think a female Bigfoot is bigger than a male Bigfoot, or what?
No, absolutely not.
No, but it has a bigger cock.
Fucking knockers.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it has a bigger clit. The clit is bigger than the Bigfoot's cock, but the body size of the male Bigfoot is larger.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
dude, y'all talking about their clits and shit, dude, but not about them big ass juicy ass titties.
The milkers, bro. Then the saggy boys.
Well, they say in the lore, the idea is that to get away from a Bigfoot who is chasing a female Bigfoot, you run downhill because their tits are so fucking big that they'll like lose balance from them flopping
They'll
everywhere.
fucking roll around themselves. But what if their velocity, their maximum velocity is more than you running down the hill, and them rolling down the hill catches up to you and they get you at the bottom?
They would. The stories actually said they would put their big floppy tits over their shoulders as they ran, so that they didn't get.
Fuck yeah, bro! Like
that's real shit.
What about pulling your penis out? You pull your penis out.
Yeah, that's only go to entice it further.
They're gonna rip your penis off.
That's the problem. This is a 600-pound hominid, or whatever it is. You know, we can we'll call it a hominid for funsies. This is a big boy or woman or whatever it is ripping your dick off. So like you pull the dick out, you better have the confidence behind it, because otherwise they're just gonna laugh at you. But if you have that energy, the kaioken behind it to multiply your own power level by 5 to 10 times, then you should be all right.
When I whip my dick out, I always assume it's about to be ripped off. What are you talking about?
I don't whip my cock out unless I intend to use it, dude.
Right.
I don't whip my cock out unless
either you're ripping it off or I'm using it.
Yeah, no, Greasy's right. Unless it's gonna get ripped off, why are you even pulling it out?
Yeah, that's probably true. God, Bigfoot. There's something I want more content on. It's not easy.
You have the video? I'm still seeing the dog coyote video.
This is some fucking newspaper.
It's a rough. It's a hard.
Fucking 3.
That's fine. I didn't catch that context. On my bad.
It's a hard subject, man, because it's so crazy. Every time you can go into like supernatural, or you can go into like, some guy claiming he cut its head off and has one within.
Well, somebody always fucks someone's ass and curse somebody else.
What was that party? What was the name of that party? I know I should know this. Party that
boys.
First interacted, like claimed they like killed a Bigfoot.
Okay, so now that
the excavation
not here.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I did ask chat real quick. Should I be a reckless son of a bitch and drop some tabs right now, or?
Yes,
bro. Yes. Drop a 10 strip right now, bro.
Please.
I desperately want more good Bigfoot content to fucking shield me from having to talk about like schizos and lol cows and just like that shit. It's not enough. We got to go out there and film some on our own. We got to film our own Bigfoot porn where we fuck it, and we got to sell that.
Come to Ohio.
And we'll finally make fucking money. I went to Ohio and I saw Bigfoot in Ohio. He got away at the last minute.
I swear I saw the eyes of the Ozark Howler, man. I mean, it's nothing big, but I was out there on my parents' back porch staring into the woods, and I heard a large crash, and I was shining a light, right? Back and forth, and I went to the right where I heard the noise when I heard it, and I saw three eyes, like pretty much, if you put your middle 3 fingers together, you would see, they're together, and that's what I saw for a flash. But I mean, it would have meant that there was a fucking pretty much 20-30 foot creature standing there, but who knows? That was
a 20 or 30 foot creature.
Well, just based on how it was like up, maybe like 20, unless it was hanging from a tree.
It's supposed to be a cat, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
I heard no noise, and assuming it was a cat. I heard coyotes howling all night. I heard a large crash to my right, and I was like sweep my light a few times, and one time I saw like a 3. It was raining, but I was like, okay. I saw like three, what I'm talking about. When you see somebody's eyes, I saw 3 of them together, and it would have had to been about 15 feet tall. Or sometime.
What the fuck did I come back to? What are you talking about?
Well, the Ozark Howler.
I don't know what it was, and nothing happened. But I literally, when I heard the crash,
don't sell yourself short. You could have fucking died that night.
I was on a porch, and I had a weapon with me.
So,
flame. Flame.
Greasy,
Go ahead.
Greasy, don't you have like your own Bigfoot on the Ozarks, like the Grassman or some sort of shit like that?
That's in Ohio.
There's a big. I think they call him Mo or Big Mo.
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I know him. I know him well.
There's another one. There's another weird ass
weed
thing.
off him.
Don't you have that light out there that people like run towards, but they can never reach it?
What the fuck?
I've heard about that though. I thought that was like a park, but you can elaborate further, man. I don't.
Well,
the Ozarks are big, I guess is what I'm saying. Sorry.
Yeah, so like I've been out that way a lot of times. Like when I first started doing the whole truck and shit. Back with my first company I was with, there was I was always in that area, like the Springfield, Missouri, and all that bullshit.
Right.
Yeah, and they have all these, like, you know, you were talking about Howler, and they got like Big Mo, which is like kind of like a
big old stinky grassy Bigfoot, right?
Yeah, that doesn't have like a neck, but like it's like he's just a torso with arms or something like that. And then like they have this light, so this light that like be freaking people out, and people have tried to go towards the light, but they go towards it, but they never reach it, and the light is always like beyond the reach of it. Like people have like gone on their horses and rode out to it.
That sounds so mad.
It makes sense. Sounds like a ship.
Thing.
Sounds like a ship moving away or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I have a. Dude, that's like the extent, and I plan to do further kind of things. My parents live on 10 acres. It's not big, but there are I mean, I have like looked at the past few. At least one night when I'm there, I will sit out on the deck and like just stare off, and like I'll be slightly buzzed, but I'll be like drinking like tea and hanging out and smoking weed or whatever. And I'll just sit there. I'll sit there and watch. I'll just sit there and watch because that's really all you can do. I mean, you can talk about things, but like I will literally for one night when I'm out there, I'll just sit there and watch and try and I bought my parents like a big old like million lumini light, and I'll scan the tree line every like probably like 30 minutes and just see what I can see. Yeah. I'll just hang out there. My brother's dog will be out there, and like my brother will come out there. But I will do that. I'll sit there and scan the tree line and look for. And the thing I probably miss, which I always miss, I don't look up at the sky enough. Like that's my problem. I'm always focused on the trees and what's going on. I don't ever look up.
Man, I just go outside sometimes. And I just stare at the fucking tree line too.
It's terrifying, dude. Or not terrifying, but it's like...
It brings us back to what Flame's talking about the light in the distance that you go off to. Or like the same thing with... you'll hear in just scary stories, man. Who knows what shit was real, what was creepypasta, who the fuck knows. But like something like a drum beat off in the distance. You're lost and you're looking for your way out, and you hear a drum beat and you follow that, only to realize later that you're going deeper and deeper into the woods, and you're no sign of getting closer to this sound. Yeah, it's like that's the type of thing that the tree line gives you. Like, what is beyond that? If I go beyond that, how far can I go before everything starts to look the same and I'm totally fucking lost?
Why would you follow a drum beat? That's
well, that's like civilization, kind of. You would think of that.
Yeah. Why do anything?
The light thing is, it's out in a field. It's not in a tree line. So like people see it. Like it's multiple people that see it. Multiple people have gone out trying to reach it, and they never reach it. They're like,
what you guys described at the gathering.
Yeah, well, it is a living nightmare. That's the thing, is that there's horror movies about this, about like, you know, being in a maze or in a house that's constantly changing and you can't get out of it. But like that's the thing, is that like when you realize you are, who was the fuck Sisyphus or whatever, rolling the fucking thing up. I don't know who it was.
Yeah.
But when you realize that your job is to endlessly chase something where there's no satisfaction coming, that's like the scariest thing in the world. And it comes on many levels. Like you can be lost in the woods experiencing that. Exactly. You can be lost in the woods experiencing that, at the gathering experiencing that, or you could just realize that your life is helpless, going nowhere. Yeah.
I mean, very cynical at the gathering. We're like, oh, there's a party over there.
I will say
it's another merch tent.
I knew what was going on the entire time. I was just watching.
I will say to kind of bow tie this whole what happened to me.
I have something to say.
All right. So like I said, I was sitting there. I heard a large crash, and it made me get up out of my seat and walk inside. And there's no way. I was on a deck that was like 20 feet in the air, and there was no reason. And I like went inside, and I was like, oh. And my mom was like, oh, you finally found your. I was like, oh, no. And I like poked my head outside and flashed the light, and I saw 3 like if you had 3 eyelets like close together, like pretty much touching each other in a place that didn't make sense. And I looked, and I saw them, and I like double taked, and then I was like, okay. And that's what freaked the crashing sound plus that I was just like freaked out.
Hey guys, I'm gonna switch over to my PC. I'll be back.
Bro.
Yeah,
all right, bro.
That's my little. I would love to. I mean, 10 acres is not enough to march around, and I know I could go on other people's property and stuff, but I'm not gonna get like fucking lit up by accident or anything. But I would love to do like some public land. Because I have listened to other podcasts that do confirm that there is, despite my 10-second Google, there is a lot of activity in the Ozarks, and I would love to be somebody who did that research.
There's
us.
the Ozark Howler to start off with, but
God damn it, Matt!
What?
You already talked about that. That's what was implied, but I didn't hear any. I didn't hear any calling.
Sorry.
Professor J wants to go to some kind of festival with us. Man,
yeah,
I would love to, and we're going to do it more in the future. And next time we figure out what fucking show we're going to, whatever we're doing, you'll know.
I want to go back to the gathering.
I think about it all the fucking time. Matt, are you 5 miles away from your microphone, or?
I am right here. I was just going to tell another story.
All right, whatever the fuck. And also, yeah, for Flame, we'll tell him when he gets back, I guess. Chat says that Flame shouldn't do the acid unless he's going to do 10 strips, and he's also driving. So we're going to have to check in with him to see what's going on there. Yeah, that's good stream content, no doubt about it. We can go to our next unknown creature. What's up?
Well, I wanted to actually tell my story, then we can do that. Okay?
Okay, Matt.
Well,
we got another Matt story. Everybody get ready.
Another Matt story.
If it starts with your mother, I'm gonna rage.
If I have to hear about your mother one more time, I'm gonna kill you.
What are you talking about?
Go on.
Anyway, so back in the day, whenever one used to come over my house, and occasionally we would go camping in the woods, we would do the bit. No one liked my fucking woods. My woods are very creepy, and
Matt's afraid of his own backyard, by the way.
I am.
You needed to be updated on that.
I am. I almost, Jeremy was actually going to come visit, but he didn't get to, which kind of sucked. But there's like random bones scattered all throughout my fucking woods. Nobody likes to go in them. There was a dare back when I was in high school about if you could come from this certain part of the woods and walk all the way through them up to my house, then I don't even remember.
You'd be a Chad?
Yeah, basically be a Chad. Because the woods were fucking scary, man.
This sounds so gay to me, I gotta tell you. As someone who grew up partying in the fucking swamps, like, dude, at night as a fucking teenager, I spent all my time in the woods and the swamps at night fucking getting high and drunk, dude. This sounds like the gayest thing in the world to me, dude. I'd never be afraid of my own backyard.
Okay, come to my house.
That is pretty gay.
Come to my house. You've been here before. Come to my house again.
I would, man.
I want to see how you react, how fucking creepy my fucking woods are. I love my woods, but they're fucking creepy.
Dog. When you hear a loud crash, though, that was the only thing that
there are scary moments. I'm not saying that it's not right to be creeped out ever, but to be afraid of your own backyard, I'm telling you, man, I've gone on fucking like 7-mile hikes high on mushrooms at night in the woods with coyotes following me. Like you can hear them.
You gotta be secure in your own home.
I'd rather coyotes be yipping at my fucking door than how my woods are fucking creepy, man. I'm telling you. You're gonna come here before the next gathering. Me, you, and whoever else actually shows up, are gonna fucking camp in the woods, and you're gonna
I'll tell you
see
the
how
scariest
fucking-
thing that's happened to me in the woods. And it's been creepy in the woods, don't get me wrong. There's been moments where I get turned around where everything looks the same. That's scary as fuck. Coyotes, they weren't that bad. I wasn't really afraid of the coyotes because I know they don't fuck with people. They're just stalking my ass for fun. What scared me the most was when a drone came down and buzzed me when I was out out way in the swamp in the middle of the night, and suddenly there's a drone hovering over me. That shit fucked with my head. I gotta think it was the cops. I was tripping fucking balls.
Were you on anything other than like your standards? You know, like
I was tripping fucking balls at the time. I can assure you.
Oh
This is when I do my night hikes alone, man. It was fun.
No, like I get you. It's just that sucks. There's
there's
no other way for me to put that.
I would have thrown rocks at it or something, but I thought it was the cops. I didn't want to be fucking. Like I figured they're
tribal
like
man.
I figured they're checking on me to see if I'm like cooking meth out there or something at night.
well,
is what I was assuming.
No, it was probably somebody who was cooking meth out there at night. It was like, who the fuck's out on our property? Who is this?
Might have been.
I've camped deep into the woods several times. I've camped where we had to hike like 4 miles uphill. I mean, it takes you 2 miles to get down. Out in Colorado, and never felt as weird as I did. Like when I scanned that, when I heard that loud crash, it freaked me the fuck out. But I never heard a loud crash while I was out there. I never heard anything. I did walk up to a thing where we were hanging our bear bags, and I saw like 30 shits.
30 shits?
Yeah.
That's where the Neil Armstrong could make.
I was so pissed off. We hung our bear bag. And right after we hung it, we turned our lights on like to the side, and there was like not far enough away. These people were pooping, and it was fucking disgusting.
You can see them in your lights.
No. It was a family.
neighbor.
It was a family that had left. Like it was a very popular area to camp, but we were up like I said, like 4-hour hike uphill.
Yeah, so they shitting in the woods.
And they fuck. Well, you bury your shit. That's the
You're
rule.
supposed to bury your shit.
Yeah, and there was
Doesn't
like
mean you
40.
do.
There was like 40. Okay, I didn't see poop. Well, I did, but it was like there was like
You're just coping. There was shit everywhere. You were stepping in.
There was a little pile of toilet paper on each one of them. So I was like, so there was like 30 or 40 of them. I was like, oh my god,
they were.
That's where we hung our bear. Obviously the second night we didn't do that, but the first night I was like, we like hung it, and then we like panned over to the right, and we were all like, no, because we were just like probably standing in human shit, and that's not good.
Yeah, you were Matt at that point.
Yeah,
like you were just slipping around.
I
in the
went
shit.
further. I went way further than for that to shit. But I think it was like little kids and like the family were like
Crazy was in
shit. They were like shit
it
close
was
to
the
here.
most diverse shit that you could rummage around in.
It was
The
gross.
old orphanage toilet.
I didn't see turds, but I saw like probably like 30 fucking little like pieces of toilet paper sitting.
What
around
about
there.
corn shells? You see any corn shells?
Like I said, I didn't
He's
see the
not
poop.
Mexican.
I didn't see the poop.
So we got
Anyways.
Jacob McGill in the chat saying we should go to the Rainbow Gathering. Yeah, we talked about them a few weeks ago. And honestly, and we got Professor J in here saying, aren't most of those folks commies and therefore terrified by their circles into gathering anymore because of the sweet and sour sniffles? Okay, that might be true. As I was reading it, I was like computing that. Yeah, that might be true because of COVID. But at the same time, I would gladly go to a Rainbow Gathering. I would feel safe at any of these things, to be honest, because I've been to enough of them to know how to conduct myself and to know that people they're not going to start shit unless they do something fucking stupid. I really believe that. When you're at these things, people are there to have fun. They're not there to cause fucking problems. So as long as you conduct yourself well, I'm not really afraid of going to any of these things, no matter what the
Supreme at a Rainbow Gathering.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'd go. Definitely. And I still feel like most of my takes, I'm probably the only one who fucking feels like this at this point, but I still feel like they're just weird hippie takes.
No, I'm pretty left wing. I hate a lot of things. You know,
Yeah,
like
I
I'm
hear
not
you.
a communist.
But that's the thing is like if you want to live like that hippie communal lifestyle, then you have to do away with like industrial society and the media and the
and
government and all
you have to
that.
minimize is the thing. You can't be a part of like society. You can't live in a society and like
Yeah.
actually have left wing values. Otherwise, you're just a corporatist
Yeah,
shill.
there's levels to this because like if you're in a little village community type thing, like the Rainbow Gathering tries to emulate, doesn't do perfectly.
Yeah, but they do it for like
obviously.
a fucking week
But
at a time. That's
here's
not
the thing,
real.
I hear you. But like conceptually, the smaller a community is, the more communal it can be. The more sharing can be a
Exactly.
thing,
It's
the
how
less
we should
private
be as
property
humans.
needs to be a thing because you know and respect each other. It is when
Right,
society gets this big that you
private
do need
property
more.
becomes an inherent thing at that point. It's a respected, an unspoken rule instead of needing documents and
Exactly.
fucking,
Exactly.
government or state involvement. It's just everybody knows, like, oh, we'll beat your ass if you fuck with that guy's shit, and vice versa.
Yeah, so it's like where I'm at, like I don't disagree with their values necessarily. I'm not talking about their politics and day-to-day life. I don't know anything about that. All I know is
Because
that these are people who
everybody's
showed
been
up to
brainwashed.
share
That's
and to
right.
have a fucking good time. And I appreciate
That's the
that.
thing. Everybody, and that's the problem with a place like that is because it's so quick to get, especially in today's age. Is it's so because I can blend in with those people. No problem. I'm not right wing. I do not. I can blend in with right wing people because I have ideas that align with theirs. But their ideas are not always technically right wing. Like it's just shit they've been told. And same
Yeah,
thing
I
with
don't know.
definitely with left wing people. And
I just
it's
hate all
just
these
like,
fucking labels because they're so goddamn arbitrary. What's right
there's
wing here and left
there's
wing
no
here is
wings.
totally
There's
fucking
no
different
fucking
symbols.
wings. It's all the same bird.
But I do believe
Like, it's all the same dinosaur.
I believe in going to and getting away to a place like this where everybody has the same idea. We're here to share and we're here to have a good time, and that's the best fucking spot to blow off goddamn steam. And I think people need
I
that.
love the Skinwalker gang because you have people who, like, I just told Matt earlier that his fucking dumb fucking Last Christmas parody by the fucking
Which is
TRS
wrong.
podcast
This is wrong. This is fine.
was cringe because it's talking about like walls and shit in already a shitty Christmas song parody.
Well,
Like, what you're
duh.
gonna parody a shitty Christmas? No, for you
It's dated.
but
That's the problem. It's dated.
What the hell are
Okay,
we talking about?
we're not gonna get into this. We're not gonna get into that part. But it's the fact that we can disagree on things like that, but we can all agree that Bigfoot's real. He's gonna suck your dick, and if he
Exactly.
doesn't, then that just means you're ugly.
Exactly. Yeah,
Also,
Professor
that-
J, I do
that-
understand your point. COVID probably is playing a part in all of this now.
COVID doesn't exist.
Probably
That's COVID never happened.
Well, I'm
and
saying,
we're
but
just
they
living
are
life. So
hippie
take
fucking
your
leftists,
vaccination.
is what he's trying to say, and that they're probably not showing up to fucking
That's the problem. It's like
make out
real
and
hippie
share
leftists
needles.
would say fuck that government sponsored bullshit, and these people are fucking posers.
Well, the proper leftist response, as far as I can tell, is to go out into the woods and actually start a community where you're away from all of this. That seems like the proper leftist response to me.
But nobody has the balls to farm. That's the thing. And
Yeah,
the people
I don't have any fucking skills whatsoever. I don't claim
there's
to be
some
the
cool
fucking answer to
hippies.
this.
There's some actual cool hippies who go out and farm and shit, and they like try to recruit on TikTok, and then they get called cults by I don't know what to call these people,
But
except
a lot of them might actually be cults, and I don't know where to draw the line, and I don't know where my issue starts.
They are cults. But
They're
like
they're going to be egotistical cults of personality. Like that's almost you can't even like stop
There's
that.
nothing inherently wrong with cults.
I hear you.
It's
I'm with you.
It's how cults fucking act. It depends on who the charismatic leader is. Like depends on their will. So like hopefully you got a cool charismatic leader who just wants people to be cool and not, fucking either suck everybody's dicks.
You know
or-
what? I was actually thinking about that today. I don't know if you saw my attire. My full-on gray attire. This is emulating
I wear all
Marshall
gray
Applewhite of Heaven's Gate. This is what he was basically
Oh.
wearing. When
Oh, so
your world is about to be recycled.
You don't know what your deal is what you're saying to the world.
Well, I'm saying that I am in a weird cult. I'm just the only member.
No, you are actually the leader and you refuse to admit it. That's
That's
I do.
true.
I
I've heard you justify like no. Hear me out. I want everybody to have their own thing. Like I'm like, wait a minute.
I do.
He's indoctrinating himself.
I desperately want everyone. That's the fucking
Oh, shit,
thing.
I'm
Is
out
like
of trouble.
when you start to create something, people are drawn. I'm not saying it's a lot of people. I don't have a fucking, there's not many people watching this shit, but like people are immediately drawn to that. But they don't realize like they can do the exact same thing. And if all of us had some stupid fucking internet show like this, I believe we'd kill the fucking media.
Well, even if there's
10 people watching,
I had a website with fucking articles and shit. But the fucking guy I was partnered with, we just had creative differences, and it was technically his idea, and we could never make anything happen from it because he wanted to go with his shit, and I was like, no, I can spread this, but
obviously, that's the thing is that you need these other goddamn people, and if you fucking alienate them, there's nothing left, and I know that better than anybody. So
that's why I love.
That's why we're all
so
here.
much. Because Matt is a super good guy. And I think Matt could do a lot, and I want Matt to become my cult leader personally. I want to worship Matt. I want to smell his titties, and I don't understand. I don't understand why the gospel of Matt is not being read every day.
That's true.
I need a bigger YouTube following, but I will say,
you can't state I need a bigger YouTube following. That
guy,
statement.
Who's that guy that
weak.
I accidentally doxed through just guessing his county? Like that guy. Like there's people like me who will just hop on your shit and be like, I didn't know Yakov from shit except for he posted a meme once and we mutually followed, and now I am a cultist. I'm a gang member.
Man.
I will say though, before anything else gets derailed, I've been here since fucking day one with Mr. Yakov over here, and I am a loyal follower to this motherfucker.
And your mic still sucks.
Yeah, I thought
I
had Matt turned down. To be fair to Matt, I had him turned down to 30%.
I've got him all the way up, but it's still.
But I turned him all the way up because I figured that out, and he still sounds like shit.
Whatever.
I don't even know. I don't even fucking know.
Matt has a lot of sources in the prison system. Right?
I have seen 12-year-old Hillary Clinton, and she is a follower of Jesus Christ Christian.
And now, speaking of which, I do have a new Christian letter. This is actually, I read the newest one on Mega Streamcast, but I thought this was better, and I saved it for tape eaters. So I do have a Christian letter to read.
Let's go.
All right. This is to Kenneth Engelhart, who is one of Christian's A-logs, I think they call it. Someone who's just as retarded as him, who tries to troll him and fails. Mm-hmm. Hey, Kenneth. I've not heard from you in a while, so I thought I'd write to you once again. I'm certain you've been keeping yourself well and safe. Are you enjoying the indirect popularity from Kiwi farms, as well as direct increase in your onion farms? Also, I and my body have read some of the Quran. I shouldn't say, I'm pronouncing it too well.
Well,
I and my body.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go on.
I was gonna say, he's like, oh, thank you. You just got some experience. You just got some. I'm sorry, I'm retarded. You received attention because of me, and you're welcome.
Yeah.
That's a very narcissistic thing to say.
That's something that God
somebody
himself would say.
that you are you're crying out to somebody outside of prison, but you're also letting him know that. Without you, they would have no content or whatever. That's a very fucked up thing to do.
He's very aware of that. I think that goes on here. So
it's hey, thank you for hey, you're welcome for all the content you got. Fuck you.
And also, I and my body have read some of the how do I say it? Quran, some of the Quran, including all of chapter 19, as you've recommended. I do appreciate your earlier hierarchy spiritual level comparisons between Judaism, Muslim, and Christianity. Rest assured, my personal updates on Christianity to neo-spiritual Christ lightning bolt heart lightning bolt's entity in the near future and after my second coming shall offer even higher levels of spiritual and even freedom. Anyway, The Quran is literally all over the place. Not to offend or make jests, but there's only some new insights and takes heavily from the Bible. The Quran and the Bible, as Family Guy is to The Simpsons. That's
God
my
damn
favorite
it.
thing, is that the Bible is The
Family
Simpsons
Guy.
and the Quran is Family Guy. And a lot of people don't know this, but that's actually true.
Dude, I was gonna
That's
say
true.
that's actually super true.
I got-
Like that is so true.
Well, it's not
amongst,
here to
like,
fucking defend himself, but yeah, I do think there's some.
Oh,
truth there.
well, I mean, I'm not
I'm
categorizing.
fucking
I'm not categorizing Wood into that. But
I would say
yeah.
Christianity is American Dad.
Either
No,
way,
that's Mormonism. Mormons are American Dad.
people are just like, yeah, people attribute. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to explain it, right?
Family
No,
Guy is Christianity.
It's already
Well, the
implied.
implication is that the Quran
Family
ripped
Guy.
off
is
the
the thing
Bible.
that came after the Bible and used a lot of its.
I would say the
elements.
Quran is like
Really?
Cleveland. The
So,
Quran
like,
is
if you-
Cleveland's show.
So there, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, the
Which is gonna be bad.
Torah versus the actual Bible, the New Testament versus the Quran. These are all different gods being interpreted as the same God. That's my personal opinion.
David
I
Peller wants to
believe-
know who Futurama is. I'm going to say the Mormons.
Oh, that's a good one.
Futurama
Yeah,
is
I would
Scientology.
say the Mormons are the atheists. I mean, I would live up
And then
the
the nation of
Futurama
Islam
is
the Boondocks?
atheism.
Based.
I don't know.
Based.
I don't know. The
Scientology
Boondocks. That's
is
Nation of
definitely
Islam,
Futurama.
definitely.
Yeah, that's what I said. The Nation of Islam is
Yeah.
Boondocks. That's the Nation of Domination.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
That's-
So
that's-
when's Chris Chan's trial is what chat wants to know, and it's been continued into the new year. So he gets to spend Christmas in jail.
He's got a good lawyer.
It seems like what they're doing is knowing that he can't fucking, they can't let him talk. They can't let him go out there and say anything. So it seems like what they're trying to do is stall so that by the time the trial comes, he can get time served and just leave.
That's
And
fucked up.
that'll make
dude.
him happy. And here's the thing
Serve
is,
for incest.
Chris Chan has never he hasn't been this happy since high school. He loves jail. He fucking loves it
Right.
because it
The
gives him
thing
fucking
is,
structure.
he
Oh my god.
he doesn't just he doesn't. I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure he does not deserve. I mean, he deserves to be in jail, but he doesn't deserve to like constantly be able to like make statements and all this and that and the other. I guess what I'm saying.
Languish.
It's either put him away and let him.
Well, it's all leading up to what seems like homelessness.
I don't think his community would let him be homeless.
I don't know, man.
His
But I
community?
know
Who
this-
is wait? Who is his community? Just Ruckerville,
All
Virginia?
the bros that protect him, all the people that made money off him that actually, I mean, wasn't there like a protection group that like would help
No,
him
not
spread
really. Not
Oh,
really.
that's sad. That's
People,
sad. I
there have been
thought-
groups that came and tried to monetize him and then used them, and he got nothing from them. There's been people like Null from Kiwi Farms who have actually tried to help him and have been bitten in the ass from it. I don't think he has
Right.
anybody legitimately trying to help him at this point. And one thing I find very interesting is you can go on Amazon and you can buy physical copies of the Sonichu comic.
Well,
That's not
maybe
Chris
there's
Chan.
an
That's not
attorney-
Chris
Maybe
Chan.
there's an attorney
No,
that
he's
picks
not
him up.
getting he's not getting royalties from that at all. And
No,
that's-
Maybe
so what I'm saying, it's so obvious, like how easy it would be for him to monetize, but he can't do it, and he burns every bridge that's ever helped him do it, or they
Oh,
burned him.
I totally agree with that. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with
and like
that.
and technically it's legal if somebody gets to it before he does. You know, as far as like legalizing it. It's like how
Yeah.
McDonald's started as what it is.
God,
Chris Chan should make some
if
NFT.
there's an attorney that's just like on that would be the thing that I'm talking about. Maybe there's an attorney that would help him out.
The right attorney who knows how to fucking spin this shit to make money himself could do it. But there's
That's what I'm saying.
like
I don't
three
think
con
anybody,
artists in the
nobody
country
wants, nobody
might
wants to
do it.
represent Chris Chan. Nobody
And they
fucking
wouldn't
wants
wanna
to.
do
This
it,
guy,
exactly.
this guy got assigned to Chris Chan for
guy
charity, so he
fucked
can
his
write it off as
mother.
fucking charity.
This
And
guy
it's not even
literally
because
fucked his
I don't
mother.
even think it's because of that. It's because you can't put him on the stand. He can't talk. If you let him talk, everything goes up in flames.
But then
because
you
he's
could go for
he's gonna fucking incriminate the shit out of himself as he always does.
But you can go for incompetency as a competent lawyer.
Rarely do you put
you can file a motion of incompetency. And
rarely do you put a person who's being prosecuted on the stand.
I hear you, but he's incriminating himself in the letters he's writing from jail.
Right.
So what the fuck do you do with that? I don't know what the fuck.
You tell him to stop.
That's what
you have.
You call him retarded. You degrade him to the most retarded
way around that
thing in the world, and that's it.
That's it, because you don't have to be crazy to be incompetent to stand trial. You can be like fucking retarded, like he seems. I don't know if that's a slur, and you have to censor me, but fucking, you could be not all there, and if you're not all there enough, according to a doctor, they will say that you don't understand the charges against you. You don't understand what you were doing.
Yeah, he's gonna be raping.
You can get. Well, they put him in a place. They put him in a Reagan home. Or whatever, they put him someplace where there's quote professionals that could sedate him chemically if they need to.
Ooh, that's a topic I would like to do. Is like the shut down asylums, man.
That's really the only thing that I could think,
because that's the
viable. Like genuinely, it's not even like trying to get Christian off, right?
The
like,
shutdown.
If you're a competent lawyer, you would try to get him in a mental home.
Well, and
instead of prison.
This is what I'm talking about. Is like there used to be fucking huge, big, which are now haunted buildings that are like where you would put him.
Yeah, the crazy homes, but
they shut all those down. That'd be a very exciting.
I look at cases like Ashley, and I wonder to myself,
if only Reagan never happened.
Well, we know
there's nowhere to put these fucking people.
We know how and why all those buildings got shut down. I think I know. I don't know. I'm not.
Well, Asterios
there used to be giant buildings and places for these people to go, and now they don't exist.
Is wondering, who was actually Jacob McGill in chat? What would be worse, wealthy Chris or homeless Chris? The fact of the matter is, wealthy Chris would quickly become homeless Chris. Without someone to manage his finances.
Yeah, wealthy Chris doesn't make any sense.
No,
there should be a happy, sustained Chris. A happy, he's given this amount.
If he were selling those fucking Sonichu comics on Amazon, if that
Yakov, you were so jealous of fucking retarded, dude.
Well, I do. I would love to be the guy who monetizes.
Not literally, but I understand.
You know what? But here's the thing: I am selling a fucking Christian T-shirt on my fucking store, and it's making more money than. Well, I don't know. I don't know what kind of money he's making.
He's ever made.
He's not going to make a T-shirt.
He
should.
I bought it. I have the shirt.
Christian is making fucking millions. Christian has this got covered. It's just not a news story because Christian knows how to keep a low fucking profile.
Christian is an internet
retard. He's not a criminal mastermind who just knows how to fuck his mom and get away with it.
Christian is not making millions of dollars.
He's never made money off his own merchandise. He's never made sock accounts to fucking monetize Christian shit. He's not a criminal mastermind who fucks his mom and gets away with it. Christian's just your average autist who's never going to get away with all this. You believe that. And you'll be a fool.
I don't believe
this is all about rolling and trolling, brother. Rolling and trolling. Those tattoos, they weren't Guitar Hero sleeves. Those are real.
But the only mother he'll fuck the most is his own. That's fact.
The motherfucking saga has truly bared fruit for us. There's no doubt about that.
I can't believe he because what fucked me up the most, right? Like I hadn't heard about Christian since like 2015, and it was at that point it was niche internet bullshit, and I just never really paid it much mind. And then you talk about it, and I was like, oh, there was like internet lore to this, 5 years ago. I can't believe it's still going on. And then all of a sudden he's admittedly fucked his mother. I guess not. Yeah, no, yes, admittedly, yes.
I mean, he has admitted to soul bonding, but my God, does that sound bad, dude?
It was soul bonding, nothing else. Nothing but soul bonding. What is that? Like, I would love to interview Christian, and I think you could get the interview if you were close enough. I think if you were in fucking Virginia, you could do it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll try. We'll see what we can do. And fucking chat's like,
Wait,
it's
bro.
fucking volunteer to be his manager when he gets out. But like, so many people are doing that. I don't.
You want to
wanna
be
that
Jim
guy. I'm not
Cornette
that guy.
to fucking Chris Chan's
I'd love to be.
Midnight Express?
I'd love
Nobody
to be.
from the fucking internet should represent him. What the
You're
fuck?
right. You're absolutely correct.
This
You're
is the
absolutely
dumbest shit
correct.
I've ever heard in my life.
But that's what's gonna happen though. When, as long as he still has a fucking phone, access to the internet when he's homeless, it'll always happen.
I think the only way for Chris Chan to get off is for some lawyer, like an actual lawyer who just happens to be a shit poster, to like take up Chris Chan's case and be like, look, my client may have fucked his mother, but this is a long-standing tradition in Virginia. In Ruckersfield, Virginia, there's actually a city ordinance that allows for this. Like, I think it could be played off the right way, you know? There's no way incest is completely out. Like, why do you have to outlaw incest? That's an issue in and of itself.
Now, this is the same argument Chris Chan made a couple years before he was arrested for fucking his mother. I don't know.
Well, that's a problem. That's a genuine problem.
I don't know. All right, we can go on with this letter. And with the fact that Allah is actually God manifested from a piece of my mother, Emmanuel, the Muslims have been indirectly praying to her through Allah. The Muslims would actually do better to be more open-minded and for the other religions, including Christianity, as well as greater spirituality, so they are not blinding themselves from greater truths and insights. I had spoken with Allah, and he was greatly concerned over his followers in Islam, as they are so heavily strict, defensive, violent, and closed off from other inputs. But I digress. I also ended up getting a second prayer rug to keep in my bed for sleeping on. Feels nice in the material as the first, and I have personally blessed it as well. Have you slept on a prayer rug bed, Kenneth? I recommend it for spiritual boosting.
Wait a fucking minute. There's a couple of things that stood out to me. First of all, sleeping on the prayer rug, I am not a Muslim. But if I were to convert to an Abrahamic religion, it would probably be Islam, and that is fucking haram. Like, you do not sleep on the prayer rug.
If
He's
you were
been
to do
playing
that, would you make me
solitaire
fucking
on them.
Sleep as much as you do when you fucking talk.
Wait, what?
What? He's been playing solitaire in his prayer rug, and Muad'Dib says that is totally halal.
That's halal, because you're not gambling. You're playing against yourself.
I can sub out for Muad if you don't. I mean, if you want
Are
me
you
to.
an Islam
No,
specialist?
No, I'm just saying I have no fucking clue about any Islam.
I'm just way into this Islam shit. I love it, and we're gonna do more of it soon.
Islam
but
is
we're not
a-
going deep into that here. I'm a big fan.
I have
Big fan
no
of your work.
clue.
No, but I feel like Christian
Haram, absolute haram.
he's gonna get himself stabbed because like he's gonna fuck up at.
He's
if
in
they
jail,
allow
dude.
him-
They're
It
not-
seems
if
it
they
seems
allow
to
him
me
near a
the way-
Nation of Islam guy.
the way his perception of religions is going, it seems like he's talking to people. Like, he got in with the Bible study group immediately, and they gave him a Bible, and he immediately fanficked himself to be Jesus. And they got wind of that, and they were like, no,
so
you
is
can't
he
do
now?
that. But notice
he
now
now
he's trying to
gonna
do
be-
like neo-spirituality and change Christianity. He's like bringing Christianity to the next level is his idea. And it's probably because he got shunned by these actual Christians who are like, you can't do that. So like imagine his take on
He probably
Islam.
got
It's like
shunned
obviously
by-
you can't say this in
right.
Islam, you will die.
They're like, you can't claim you're fucking
Christ,
He's like,
Christ.
I-
Christ.
I'm
essentially,
Jesus.
and
I-
now you can't. And
My
then
second
he's
coming.
like, I thought Jesus. I'm Muhammad now. Okay.
you
And
you definitely can't say you're Muhammad, but you could say technically, and not necessarily be stoned by everybody. You could say you're the Messiah in Islam, technically, without being stoned by everybody. You'd be stoned by most people. Like, you would probably be stoned. But technically, you could be the Messiah in Islam.
I don't think so. I think that was
I don't
reserved
think
for
it-
Jesus, but
I
No,
don't
well,
think.
no,
I was gonna
Islam
say. I think you
Islam
can like
doesn't believe
deny
it.
Christ.
they do think
He
Jesus is the
cannot
Messiah.
deny Christ, but
No,
be
from
a
what I understand,
Messiah,
they do.
and they're gonna. I think the
I'm
people
gonna
in
have to
jail
look
here
further
are gonna
into
be
that,
like, suck me off.
I know this for a fact. They do. I'm not sure what their concept of what Messiah actually is, but they do think he's also going to return in the end of days to be the king on earth. And that's probably where the Messiah
from what I
shit
understood,
comes
they
from.
believe Christ to be a prophet and not the Messiah.
He is both a prophet and the Jewish Messiah. But
I
he's not
don't
Son of
think
God.
I don't think the people in prison either way are going to appreciate that, and they're going to get weird with him.
Yeah. So we can go on with this letter. Now, for the reason for this letter. I received a list of 10 questions from a faker who did not hide the fact in their surname they used of general nature about my jail experiences. I would like you to post this Q&A on the Onion on my behalf, please, Kenneth. And just acknowledge a fourth wall break to all readers to this online, to all haters, fakers, and toxics out of the minority. I'm afraid I have to disappoint you all, since while my body has had few emotional breakdowns, and a lot of you in your distant alternate universe fan fictions that see me in low functioning, over 250-pound weight, and abysmal ability to adapt. I'm Mrs. He's married to Mewtwo. Oh, Jesus.
Shit.
I'm Mrs. Jesus Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu. Writing this on November 16th, 2021, have actually adjusted well, maintained a higher functioning mentality, emotions, and spirituality. And my weight has dropped to 203 pounds, which is actually appropriate for my human form's 5 foot 11 inch height. Man, imagine being shorter than Chris Chan. That's a fucking sorry state of affairs.
He's 5'11"?
That's what he says from his own mouth.
Fuck, I'm a manlet. I am a manlet. I am 5 foot 10 inches. I am a manlet. And I would also like to rebuke my statement. Jesus is the Messiah in Islam. I did not know that. Yep. So there he is.
I do believe that Chris Chan has lost all that weight. That makes perfect sense to me. Like he's eating probably like minimal but well balanced meals to a certain.
Have you been to jail?
Oh, I love it there.
Jail is one of the worst places. I've been 3 times in my life. I've only eaten there twice. I've eaten there more than twice, but 2 sessions. The food is shit. The food is absolute shit, and you're gonna lose weight if you eat that consistently.
Yeah, and I mean, whatever he's eating, that's the thing. Is like I hate to say well balanced, but like there's something there versus like just eating like I don't know whatever the fuck, just chicken McNuggets or something. Like,
pizza rolls.
Yeah, just pizza rolls, like that sort of thing. Like it's got to be better than that. So he's probably in much better form. Laugh, scoff, or jest, as thou may and likely will, but know that in this, while my answers remain hand over heart honest and direct, I am trolling you all back in this as well, lulz. Also, you may or may not read about it in my published Goddess Logbook after my second coming, if you are not left behind. That being stated, here are the 10 question and answers in response to a faking Joe Mama. That's he used his deductive skills to figure out that was a fake name. 1. What does your daily life in jail... Well, I'll read these in normal voice. 1. What does your daily life in jail consist of? Do you have a schedule? What do they have you do on a daily basis? Any chores or jobs? As stated before, I meditate innately as well as consciously for the majority and whole of my body's time in jail. I leave my body to work with the superheroes, OP individuals, and my fellow gods and goddesses, and Sonichus and Roadchus on the event works and damage control and damage prevention for the benefit of the majority who will shift into 1C211987 Earth.
So wait, you're telling me that while Chris Chan is in jail, he is also astral projecting to solve all of the universe's problems?
Yeah, yes. And by the time he's released, it will be his second coming, and all of that shit will be resolved.
Well, thank God that he finally went to prison. You know, like that's what we needed, right? Like he needed time to focus on this shit.
That's true. On that, everything not drawn, written, or sought by I or my body are absolutely not canon or effective upon all universes within this timeline, including the 1218 Earth, all of Universe 1C211987, and Equestria, and so forth, as of the date of August 1st, 2021.
God damn it.
All of these laws and all of this shit applies in Pony World.
Does the My Pony universe still exist? Like, I didn't even realize that show still happened.
It's merged. It's merged with Chris Chan's
all of the dimensions have merged. I didn't know exactly what the dimensional merge was. I thought it was Quickville with...
You're living it, dog. You're living it.
No, I get that. I can clearly see that. You know, I don't know which dimensional fucking merge I'm living, but I see it. What I'm saying is I thought it was C-137 and fucking Quickville or whatever. I didn't realize there was also Ponyverse and the fucking Marvel Universe involved, but it makes sense. I get it. There's no reason it shouldn't be involved.
So,
I mean, they're
other than that, some drawings from time to time, lots of writing. I've read a few books from the jail's library, and over time, lots of solitaire gameplay on the prayer rug, and more recently, music from the radio. The only scheduled details are too early breakfast, brunch, and tea time supper, as well as daily shower with Bob Barker soap or Irish Spring soap, water, washcloth, shampoo, and towel. I also brush my teeth with Colgate toothpaste, and every other day apply a Lady Speed Stick deodorant.
So I have a couple of things here. First of all, I'm gonna go back to the toothpaste. He's getting Colgate in jail. Like I remember that it was like factory brand, not store brand, factory brand toothpaste in jail. Like that's a problem in and of itself.
Well, he says he has no chores or jobs, which is good. He can spend all of his time playing solitaire on the prayer rug. So.
Well, that's
what's best for him.
Halal. So
2. Have you made any friends? What are they like? And what have you learned from them? I am not allowed to associate much with other inmates, and I've made allies out of most of the police and medical staff. I've learned what I needed to for my consciousness from them in confirmation of the preceding events. So,
wait,
do you want to be buddied up with the Screws? Is that a good idea?
Well, he's in there with the Screws. It's not a good idea, but he said he doesn't have contact with the other inmates, right?
I'm not allowed to associate much with the other inmates.
So, like, he's relatively protected. I feel like the prison staff is in fact in on his incest escapades, but know that he is actually the Messiah, our good savior, and they're working to protect the entire universe from the travesties that could happen if Chris Chan were to not get what he needs, which is endless entertainment and solitaire on the prayer rugs at any time he wants.
And like I said earlier, I don't think Chris Chan has like been this happy since high school. When I read this, I get like a true contentment out of it. I really do. Something I haven't sensed from Chris in so long, ever.
I feel like there's a freedom. Like,
I think he went to a place though here recently that was pretty dark. I don't know. Maybe he's happy at this point, but
what do you mean when he was fucking his mom?
It could be.
I think when he was fucking his mom, he like felt like bad.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say with
or even anything. Like when he was like just constantly
really
being like upset. Like I think he was upset about things.
No.
He's got a lot to be upset about. He's got a whole history of shit to fucking regret, no doubt about it. My worry is like, has he disassociated so hard that he can legitimately justify fucking his mom in his own mind?
I don't think Chris Chan.
I
think Chris Chan is an actual fucking sociopath. And I don't have anything against Chris Chan in general, other than the fact that he like has pretty much admitted to fucking his mom. But like as a person, other than fucking his mom, he just seems like like your average fucking internet retard. Like I'm not. I wish him the best, but you can't fuck your mom. Like no matter how hard up for pussy you are, man, you can't fuck your mom.
That's for sure.
It's not cool. So I don't know. I don't think he. Like, this is a weird. This is not a hill I'll die on, but I don't think he should be in prison for fucking his mom. Like I think he should be shunned. I think everybody should know he fucked his mom.
Yeah, I think
we don't know the
details
here. We should definitely wait for the trial to make any.
He raped his mom. He raped his mom. That's what he did.
I don't know what exactly happened, but it certainly sounds like rape.
He should probably go to prison.
You're okay with him raping his mom?
The little things he would say when he admitted to it on the fucking call, he would be like, at first she was confused, but then she came around to it, and that screams rape to me.
Oh yeah, that's rape. Wait, was she had dementia, right?
Nobody knows. We got to wait for the trial for any of this shit.
If she had dementia, that's rape immediately.
I think I'm not totally sure on this. I could be wrong, but I think we're just assuming, and not without fucking evidence for it. But I think we're just assuming that incest is the charge. Like, who knows what's going to happen once it actually hits trial?
The current charge is incest, for sure. Like,
but I think things could quickly change once shit goes to trial.
I think his mother invoked a bit of it.
No.
I think
here's-
I think his
I-
mother.
Okay,
invoked-
there are stories about how after his dad died, his mom would invite Chris into her bed to spoon with him.
Well, yeah,
So,
there's
once you've done that,
claim-
you've already
there's
fucked up.
already claims that they slept together
So
before she even passed away, or she didn't pass away.
Chris
Before
Chandler?
he even went to jail, there was weird circumstances saying that he had possibly slept with his.
That's
his
the
mother.
really scary thing is that everybody made jokes about it, but once it happened, everybody's shocked. It's just weird.
I think if it was because like my dad died when I was 14 and my mom never invited me into her bed at all. Like if she did, I would have been very creeped out, but she never did that because why would you? You know, like that's
Once you
that's
do that, you're already crossing a line. So I do think I don't know. I do think there might have been some asking for it happening here. But at the end of the day, he probably belongs in jail, if for no other reason, because that's where he's going to thrive. It's like high school again.
That's where he fucked his mom. So like he's gonna go to jail with the incest law. Like I don't necessarily believe incest should mean somebody should go to prison.
Dog,
I think
you're underestimating the amount of times that this is actually rape.
Rape?
It's almost always rape. I would bet incest 90% of the time is going to be rape.
Yeah.
You're talking about old people and kids.
Yeah,
mostly.
no, like
you're not talking about 20-year-old fucking siblings. You're not talking about that.
No, I get you. But like as a base, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying I
hear
would,
you, but it is specifically illegal because it's almost always rape, I would bet. And you got to get them on something. You might not have evidence of rape, but you'll have evidence of incest.
I thought it would
and goddamn get them.
Because there's no viability for a baby. I thought that's where a lot of those sex laws came from.
I think there could be a lot of reasons to find incest disgusting.
No,
At the end of the day, it's almost always going to be rape.
I'm not trying to justify incest here. I want to be very clear. I'm not trying to die on a hill that incest is okay.
I think there are very good reasons that incest is specifically illegal. And if it was happening between 20-year-old consenting siblings, I might think something different. That's not what the fuck is usually happening here.
That's what I'm saying. If there were 20-year-old consenting siblings, I wouldn't.
Those motherfuckers will never be charged for incest. They would just never be charged.
Everybody needs to know those are disgusting human beings and you shouldn't be around them. Like they have no values is really the issue there. And people need to know that, but I wouldn't want them locked up. But I get you. I get what you're saying. I get your point completely. Like there's not very many cases of incest that are consensual between.
You don't think a person who rapes their own mother should be locked up?
That's not what I said, damn it, Greasy.
I think Senor is saying a lot of shit without missing a whole shitload of context, I think, is what's going on.
No, I'm just saying that the charge itself of incest is vague, but there's other things there's the rape aspect.
It's hard to charge rape. It's hard to prove rape, but incest is much easier. All you need is someone admitting it.
Yeah, no, I get you on
he
that.
fucked his own mother.
The kid who was fucked.
That's wrong.
The kid who was fucked by their father isn't going to know what rape is, and isn't going to be able to contextualize that in a way that might not be like totally damning immediately. But, dude, I don't know. I don't know why I'm explaining this shit.
Your logic actually makes a lot of sense there. Like in the process.
Of course it does. Of course his logic makes sense, dude. What are you talking about? He raped his fucking mother. What are you talking about?
I guess
How is the food and cell? What kind of food do they give you? Is it good? Have they assigned you to help in the kitchen at all? What is your jail cell like? Is it comfortable? Do they give you a pillow and blanket? Do you have a cellmate? Are they pretty cool? Mostly good, but the boneless chicken breast is dry, and the meatballs from a banquet TV dinner are better than the meatballs here. Typical foods, including vegetables like you'd find in a TV dinner. Mostly good, not right home about it quality, but good. No estoy en la cocina. I can't say that in Christian accent.
I feel like the meatballs in the jail will actually be better than a banquet TV dinner. The vegetables will be about the same, but I think the meatballs will be better.
Yeah, the only thing he really has an issue with is the chicken breast, but
the chicken breast will be dry because it's not real chicken. It's processed shit.
My cell is roomy enough and long with a standard bidet and toilet and mattress with enclosed pillow. These motherfuckers got bidets, and I'm sitting here wiping my ass with paper. Are you serious?
He's spraying his ass.
I would love a bidet.
I mean, dude, it sounds so great.
That probably saves the jail a lot of money.
Maybe.
You know, they just recycle the water back into it. You know, like
the cell was comfortable enough. Got cold, so I got and wear 2 thermal tops. I'm getting some feedback. Someone else, my audio's coming through someone else's mic. Please save me here. 2 thermal tops, 2 long johns, and 2 pairs of socks. Not Joey Tribbiani stock. The fuck? Not Joey Tribbiani stocky. That one episode of Friends. Okay, but I am warm. The pillows in the mattress. Whoever's got my audio coming through, please, for the love of God. They give me 2 bed sheets and thick enough blanket in wool, I believe. No inmate cellmate, but I am never alone since I have Magicchain and the others. My ally highest level rank and trained psychic and ghost Pokemon, including some from the Sonichu Roadshoe Psychic Squad, and large number of angels from the Heaven Realm, as well as over 10 million good and neutral spirits, souls, and entities in my body's conduits. My body's conduit subdimension to house them all in. What the fuck? He's got Section 8 going on in his own damn body.
he's renting out different spaces of his body to different entities for about 500 quick bucks per month, which equates to about a cup of ramen in the commissary.
That's not bad. 4. How clean are you keeping? Do they require you to shower daily? Very clean. And I am encouraged to, yes. See question 1. I am sure that he's very encouraged to not smell like fucking ass. 5. Have you been in trouble while in jail? Have they put you in solitary confinement or something? If so, what did you do to get in trouble, and what was your punishment? Once, and the details have been written in my goddess log pages. In short, I tried to enlighten the staff by highlighting a portal. You will have to wait for the book publishing to read me more on that. He tried to manifest a portal to escape? Or is that... Wait, what's happening here?
Can you do that? Like
That's what it sounds like, but I don't know if that's exactly
it says
what...
highlighting a portal. That doesn't mean he's like trying to pass through the portal. Maybe he's telling...
it's a save point.
Yeah,
what it
he's
is.
telling the guards that like this is a portal that people can escape from.
Other people can escape from it, but not him because he created it. That's the issue. He thought he could get through it, but he realized once he created it that only other people can get through it. So he's released all kinds of fuckers, but he doesn't care. He's living life.
6. What do they let you do in your free time? Do you listen to the radio or watch TV? Whatever I like and can do with my local resources. I have an AM, FM radio, no TV. 7. How is the funding there? Do they provide you with basic needs, clothing, and the like? How do you make money to buy paper and pens for these letters you've been writing? Staff do not provide funding. Yes, the basics, and some paper upon request, as well as pens. I get money from the kind donations from my good and genuine majority of followers and viewers like you. Thanks. 8. Why are you in jail? Are you aware that what you did was wrong? I am in jail because Bella failed her divine test with the leak she ended up altering, and Noel failed and betrayed me when he blabbed and snitched the transfer of funds from my hotel room, which I have paid back in full, and the divine test from the common online public, including you all. Enough have failed to disregard the rumors and the temptations of drama that all of you get punished now with my online absence. You all blew it.
Fuck.
No, that is some self-awareness that he knows being arrested is going to take the milk from those who would milk the lol cow. But it's not really true because these fucking letters are great. Next, he talks about the situation with Barb. Not very. I think this guy's totally fucking disassociated, man. I really fucking do think that. I don't think he has any idea what's going on. I think he legitimately believes everything he's fucking saying. I think he is disassociated because of how traumatic all of the trolling was in the early days. And so many things have had to happen to him between like his dad dying, which he didn't know how to handle, then the house catching on fire and burning the fuck down, fucking going trans, all the people who were trolling him the entire time. I think he left his body. He lives in an alternate universe. So that's what he's talking about. And like that's where he lives now. And he really, I think he sees these things. He sees Mewtwo and Sonichu in his fucking cell with him. I really believe that. I think he's created fucking tulpas out of them.
Well, yeah. I mean, how else do you cope? You know, like
Yeah.
when you've gone that far and you like truly believe your shit, how else do you cope?
Yeah.
Than
Yeah,
to believe
it's-
like you're sent by God, you are God. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to like because you're at that point you're at such an immoral state. Like there's nothing to justify you except yourself.
Well, just
So like you
I
have to
think
put
of
yourself on the level of a deity.
just think of all the things that have happened in my life, things that will just like cross through my mind, and I just fucking cringe at how fucking stupid I was and shit like that. But to him, it's
hell
like
yeah.
a million billion times fucking worse.
Yeah.
So you just can't think about that shit. You can't think about shoving your medallion up your ass. You can't think about how you were sexting a 12-year-old and shit like that. All just
Wait.
that was the Blue Spike saga. He was 12 years old and he was trolling Chris and he was pretending to be his girlfriend or whatever the fuck, and they were sexting. And Blue Spike was like putting all this info out there. He was only fucking 12 years old. At the end of the day,
a 12-year-old boy fucking with Chris Chan.
It was fucked up. It was
God
really
damn
fucked
it.
up. At the end of the
God
day, he
damn
ended
it.
up
That's
with
fucked
Chris
up on
Chan's
every
medallion.
level.
He broke broke the medallion or whatever. I don't even know what the fuck happened. I'm all confused here. He didn't have the medallion. That was a different thing. He said that he had the real girlfriend hostage, and to get her back, Chris Chan had to shove his medallion up his ass, his broken medallion up his ass, or some fucked shit like that. This was like the most disturbing part of Chris Chan's whole life, like until he raped his mom, probably.
That's really fucking dark.
I know.
Like I couldn't imagine being catfished by a 12-year-old at all. Like with and that's fucked up. My problem is the reason that's double fucked up, right? In this explanation, we're gonna excuse Chris Chan of any knowing, right? Like we're gonna act like Chris Chan is also oblivious. So it's taking advantage of it is a person being taken advantage of, like a child being taken advantage of, and then taking advantage of a mentally disabled person. Right? Like if you think of it without Chris Chan having any sentience. You know, if Chris Chan has sentience, then like it's Chris. Did he know that this child was 12?
No, he had no idea. He had no idea. It should have been obvious, but
right. No, I
Chan.
get you. But Chris Chan is not an adult, like a normal adult.
The problem is that Chris Chan always had a way of making things worse, of doing something, of actually like himself ruining the most important relationships in his life, and that's often what turned him to the trolls. Yeah, but that's the weird thing about Chris is like, where is culpability here? I think most of the culpability lies with his parents and I don't know who the fuck exactly, like Rocky, his like church counselor or whatever. Like this shit should have been handled. He should have been taken off the fucking internet. But because he wasn't, he actually did some fucked up things that actually made his life a lot worse, that led him to where he's at now. And at the end of the day, I don't think there's any way to take culpability away from him. Just because he's completely lost his mind and disassociated doesn't mean anything he did was less fucked up or illegal, depending on what thing we're talking about.
You want to be a Chris Chan stan, but at this point, it is impossible for you to do that and keep a moral stance.
No, it's not that hard for me. You look at Chris Chan's life as a work of art at this point. The ups and downs and everything.
But no, I feel like a work of art needs to be deliberate.
I disagree.
Oh, that's fair.
I just see the world. I see the world in many works of art.
No, I think that the world is in and of itself a work of art. But I feel like for someone's life to be, I guess it's. I see what you're saying. I could see it. I guess. Like it
has more ups and downs, man. More laughs and cries than any movie I've ever seen.
No, I get you. It just naturally happened like that. I get you. I could see it. It's cinematic masterpiece. I get you.
They're gonna make a movie about this one day, and it's gonna suck. It's fucking true. So let's go on to Chris talking about his situation with Barbara. And I've soul bonded, cuddled, and supportively talked in healing the aura and chakras and absolving the sins and regrets of Barbara. Is that not an admission of guilt? I'm sorry.
So let me just ask you a few questions. Have you ever aligned your mother's chakras?
I have not. This sounds very, very dirty. That's what I'm saying here.
Have you
Well,
ever
the next sentence.
absolved your mother of her sins?
I haven't done that. The next sentence. Soul bonding does not necessarily constitute sex. The necessarily in that sentence.
That's a key there, because it's like it can.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Had I not healed her, she would be dead late August. There is nothing wrong in this divine mission from my mother, Emmanuel, that I have fulfilled. And I don't think Emmanuel is Barbara. I don't think there's any relation.
It doesn't
to
make any
Is
sense. So when you said that,
Maybe
it
Barbara
didn't
is a microcosm of Emmanuel's macrocosm. I don't fucking know.
is that where his mind's going? Like, is that the network of Christians?
He believes deeply in the feminine nature of God and like Mother Earth without actually
So that
believing in
cult
these
shit.
things.
Have you ever been accosted by some woman in the mall
But
trying
he
to
doesn't
tell you that
actually
God is a
understand
woman?
any of this shit. He doesn't understand any of this. God's a woman because he thinks he's a woman. It's that simple.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
He says, think deep and meditate. Reevaluate your choices and repent, haters and fakers. 9. If you are found not guilty, what do you expect to happen next if you should get out of jail? What about if you are found guilty? Not guilty. I know all will resume well and good, period. If found guilty and not allowed to return home, premature apocalypse for everyone. Seriously. Not good at all.
Oh, motherfucker.
You ever been raping your mom and have a premature apocalypse? Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
It's like, oh shit, I got caught. Well, fuck everybody. Like, I'm gonna release hellfire upon everybody because I fucked my mom.
10. How do you feel about your case and lawyer? Are you confident in his ability to defend you in court? Heidelberg is very skilled and intelligent. I have great confidence and faith in his abilities, as well as greater faith in the outcome. No spoilers. I shall see. No spoilers is an awfully fucking funny thing to say when you're in jail for raping your mother. God damn.
Does he have inside information from the prosecutor? Is he
possibly? I shall see you all again online once more, not long from now. And then adios to the minority of you lot with Judgment Day. Her holy flame shall dissolve you. Remember, repent and take care in the meantime. Go forth with clarity by my power as God. Sincerely, Mrs. Jesus Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu, the goddess Blue Heart, and Lord, the Savior and Messiah and God of all.
God, is that really? That's it. I'm assuming you did not just make that up. That is really what you read. Holy fuck.
That's really there.
Oh my God.
I know. Cry out to your Lord. You're gonna need him. When Jesus Christian Weston.
We're mocking Christian now, and Christian is literally our savior.
He is not. He might be the Antichrist. I could see that.
You think fucking Christian Weston Chandler is the Antichrist?
I could see it, and people in chat, are saying like they could see cults being formed around Christian, and I could see that. I could absolutely see that.
I can see that more than Christian being.
I wouldn't doubt anything at this point. Is all I'm saying. Could be fucking anything.
That's fair, but like, I don't. Oh my God.
Dave the Impaler says Chris Pratt is Chris Chan in the movie when we do the movie.
Oh my God, I could see that. Yeah.
Jake in the chat says, sense. God, I'm glad I'm well adjusted. Yeah, I tend to think, I read this shit. This is what I read to believe that I'm fucking well adjusted. This is how I cope.
I know I'm not well adjusted. I exited the department in my office the other day screaming about how Coca-Cola has death squads, but I'll still drink their shit because it tastes good.
We got anger in the chat saying good ? Ending. Quick ends up in a woman's prison, impregnates multiple inmates, Tavon White style, becoming, in Darwinian terms, more successful than most Americans and everyone watching the stream.
I want Christian to have multiple babies. I want
you
Christian
need to propagate that fucking bloodline.
Yeah, I want him to propagate Barb.
Dave the Impaler.
I worded that
says
differently than I meant it, but it came out better than I meant it, in my opinion. I think that was exactly what's going to happen if he were to be released.
Dave the Impaler says, what are the odds Chris gets sentenced to a woman's prison? That's not going to happen. I can almost guarantee that's not going to happen. Not in Virginia, definitely.
Yeah, no.
I don't know what kind of federal shit could occur, but I seriously doubt it's going to.
There's no federal law about it. There's absolutely nothing that's going to happen about that. He's going to be sentenced to a male's prison, but he's going to be put in a protected ward more than likely.
They're going to try. The goal is to give him time served and get him out real quickly once they go to trial. How long he'll be in jail?
That's probably his lawyer's goal.
Know.
But do you think that's? Well, I mean, there's no reason to prosecute him to the fullest extent of the law. You know, like why would you really? He just fucked his mom.
This is
I get
why.
that's bad,
this is what I'm
like,
saying. This is what I'm saying,
saying,
dude. But this argument, your argument is fucked right here, dude. It's completely fucked. Because the thing is, like, why prosecute him to the fullest extent of the law? But then it's like you go to trial and he's like admitting all of this shit, and you have like evidence from bar.
Why would the state want to house him?
Because of outside pressure. Because this is a high-profile case that they have to do something about.
It's a medium-profile case. It's
for these motherfuckers. For these motherfuckers, I guarantee this is a high-profile case. They've got to do. They're either trying. They either have to do something drastic, or they just have to let time run out and nobody cares anymore and let them go on time served. Those are the two options, as far as I can tell.
Well, what's time served for incest? Like, what is that? Like,
dude, I don't fucking know. We should definitely be.
He's been in there quite a bit of time, man.
I don't know why you were simping so hard to get incest charges dropped on people.
No, I
don't understand why.
No, that's not even my thing. It's just the charges brought about him just seem hard to necessarily completely fully prosecute. You know, like what's the point? I were on a
dude, and chat's bringing it up before I have to, dude. He raped his mom, dude. What the fuck?
But he's a retard. You put him in a fucking institution.
There aren't.
Like, problem solved.
There just aren't. There aren't. I don't believe.
I
look at fucking. I don't know, man. I believe there's institutions somewhere, but I also believe there's a lot more schizos on the street who are much worse off than Christian, who are not in institutions. God knows why.
Well, what would happen is he would be in an institution for like 3 or 4 years, and they'd fucking release him, and then he'd be on the street. That's what would happen. That's the pipeline.
Oh, I don't know. I think we're gonna cut it off here. I think you're living in fantasy world where fucking incest is consensual. It just does not.
No, that's not what I'm saying here. That's not what I'm saying here.
We're literally talking about a guy who raped his mom. I don't care how crazy he is. Like, and the thing is, he is capable enough to go bag groceries at the fucking grocery store. He's capable enough to do that.
Well, if they can prove that,
he's too lazy.
But that would be a provable thing. I'm just saying from a legal perspective. I'm not saying that he should have fucked his mom. I'm not saying that's what every man should do is go fuck his mom. That is not what I'm saying at all. There's no way I would have ever fucked my mom. She wasn't that hot.
Oh, I don't know.
But what I'm saying is, I just don't see how like charging a crazy person with fucking his mom is gonna go very far for society. You know, like what good does that do to the greater? Like, I just don't see how far that's. Like,
I don't know what you're looking for here,
days?
dude. I don't know. No, he'd probably get more. There's gonna be a plea deal. And it's going to be cut down, and it's not going to be that much. If they actually like went to trial and tried to fight this shit, they'd throw the fucking book at him. Without a doubt.
They would probably throw the book at him because it is a high-profile case for fucking Ruckersville, Virginia. You know?
I don't think there's any. I don't know, man. I think he's right where he belongs for many reasons. The fucking chief of which is raping his mom. So with that, I think we can end the stream about now. Yakovalve.com, everyone. Hit that fucking merch tab. Buy the shit. I'd appreciate it. There's until this Monday, fucking promo code basketball at checkout to get 13% off your order on Teespring. Hit that fucking merch tab on Yakovalve.com.